today I'm going to talk about Christmas in recovery from an eating disorder. Obviously, Christmas can be quite a stressful time for those in recovery because it's an event that's centred around food. The first thing I want to say about Christmas is family. Now, family is a big deal for some people because their family can be their most triggering people around them. You don't have to visit your family. I mean, I know Christmas is all about family and friends and being with your loved ones, but you don't owe them a visit if they're people that are detrimental to your recovery and to your health and your happiness. Don't let them guilt trip you into coming to see them if they do not respect your boundaries. Obviously, at first, the best thing to do is send an email or have a talk on the phone or even face-to-face if you're very close by, and just talk about what your issues with them are. Tell them not to talk about weight or make comments about food you're eating or talk any kind of weight talk about anyone. And if they respect that, then that's great. Go visit them. But I think it's good to have a backup plan. If you go to visit your family, talk to a friend that lives nearby, or make sure there's a cheap hotel around that's open so that if it gets too much, you can leave and protect yourself in your recovery. Obviously, if they do not respect your wishes in terms of weight talk and whatever other triggers you want them to avoid, you don't owe them a visit. Just don't go see them. Spend Christmas with people that are going to help you in your recovery. And even if that means spending Christmas by yourself in front of the TV, eating chocolate and eating ice cream, or with your pets, then that is better than risking your recovery by spending time with your family. So that's my first one. Obviously, as well, you don't have to say yes to every invitation that you get. Around Christmas, loads of people get obviously lots of invitations to work dues and friends parties and family dues and stuff like that. Now, you don't have to say yes to everything because you're going to end up burning yourself out if you don't think you can actually cope with that. If it's not enjoyable for you, don't go. You can always explain to whoever it is why you can't go. And you don't have to explain yourself. You are allowed to say no, or you're busy, or you're tired, or you're ill, or just that you don't want to go. You don't have to justify yourself to other people. But it can be overwhelming, the amount of things going on at Christmas, especially for someone in recovery. So if you feel like you can't cope with it all, then don't say yes to everything. Let people know that you need extra support, like a friend or a family member, someone that is very supportive and encouraging towards you. Let them know that you may need them, or you might need some time out, something like that. Just have them on call, which I think is a good idea, because then you know that you have backup behind you. If you're having a hard time, then you've got someone there that is aware of this and is on call for you if you are feeling overwhelmed or triggered or whatever. I do think it's a good time. Christmas is a good time to face some fear foods and really challenge yourself, because you're surrounded by a lot of stuff that a lot of people with eating disorders are scared of: chocolates, biscuits, puddings, stuff like that. And I think it is a really good time to challenge yourself and try and enjoy these things, face the fears, whilst you have that extra support around you as well, if you do have that support. I do think that there is no time like the present. So, go ahead and try something, maybe not everything. That might be too much, obviously, to try everything around you that might scare you, but at least one thing that is a fear food, go ahead and try it. Now is the time. Remember that helplines are open on Christmas Day for extra support if you don't feel like your friends or your family are able to support you. There are helplines around as well for you to call. So don't use alcohol as a coping mechanism over Christmas. I know a lot of people, especially younger people, well, actually not especially, I suppose everybody has used alcohol as a coping mechanism at some point, but not a really good idea to use it as a coping mechanism over Christmas. I mean, I know it's a very stressful time, but remember there are a lot of people around you, and alcohol is probably not going to help you if you're struggling with an eating disorder. It's probably just going to accentuate the problem. And, you know, I would not want to use alcohol because I'd probably end up completely embarrassing myself in front of my family members, and I would never be able to forget it. So, yeah. Set boundaries with your family as well. If you are going to go and visit them, and that's absolutely fine, but you feel like, you know, I mean, if you have great family that are just perfect in every way when it comes to recovery, then you're sorted. But obviously a lot of families aren't like that. So if you need to set boundaries with them, kind of, I don't know, kind of like maybe if a family member is slightly pushy about you eating something because they really want you to eat something, and I totally understand that they you know, maybe they've made a really nice cake or they've bought a really good Christmas pudding and they really want you to try a bit, and they're kind of like the person that would be like, go on, and you're like, no, I'm not ready for it now. Set these boundaries beforehand. Say, I will choose to eat what I choose to eat. Please don't pressurize me because it makes things a lot harder and it draws more attention to it. You know, those kind of things. Like, set these very clear boundaries so they know what's helpful and what's harmful, so they can help you to help yourself. Also, Christmas isn't just about food. I mean, I know it's very centered around food, but it's also about, you know, giving and receiving gifts, appreciating the people around you, the people you love, watching Christmas movies or any kind of movies, or just shit TV, having a drink, having a chat, catching up with people. I mean, it's not just food, and I think it is a really good time to kind of reflect on the people that have helped you through however much recovery you've gone through, or have helped you during when you were not recovering, people who encouraged you to recover, people who supported you. It's a good time to kind of reflect on that and think about your loved ones, and remember always to appreciate those people who have endlessly supported you. It's a good time to thank people, I think. I mean, I quite like when I write my cards to my friends and my family, if I feel like I have something to thank them for, and I have done this in the past, written letters of thanks to them, and I think it's really nice to do that. Obviously, you don't have to. I just thought that's a nice time to do it at Christmas. I like to express my gratitude to people rather than hoping that they just know that I appreciate it. So those people who really especially helped me in recovery, I have written letters to. It was quite a while ago because obviously I'm quite a long way into recovery now, but I wrote a lot of heartfelt letters to people who'd really supported me, and yeah, you can always do that. Christmas is a good time to do that. So lastly, remember that you deserve to eat whatever you want. You deserve to relax. You deserve to enjoy yourself. You just deserve to have a good time, not just at Christmas. You deserve it every day. But just remember, maybe treat it, you know, as a you day, a day where you focus on yourself, and you do what you want, and you don't let that eating disorder ruin it, because you can beat it. You just have to make your own voice louder than it. Shut it up. Tell it, you know what? F off. I'm having a good day. I'm going to eat chocolate and ice cream and everything. Chicken, stuffing, bread sauce, potatoes, Christmas pudding. I could just sit here and list all the food that I'm going to eat for like 10 minutes or something. But I won't. Yeah, so you deserve all that. And I hope you enjoyed my festive outfit. So yeah, I really hope that you are able to have a brilliant Christmas, whether it's with your friends, with your family, with your pets, or by yourself. Either way, remember that it is a day for you to enjoy whatever you're doing, and that every day you should enjoy too. But this is an especially nice day, and take care of yourself, and hopefully you will have a lovely time.